If this right here doesn't piss you off or at least deeply disturb you, you might want to check for a pulse. People ask me all the time, "Hey Brian, do you really use that keto elevate stuff and does it really work?" The answer is yes and yes. Never in my entire life have I lost body fat so quickly. Not even in my prime at 25, which is over 25 years ago. I'm approaching 54 this year. If you want to support the channel and do your health a favor, grab some with my link in the description. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another. This is so cruel and inhuman what's going on these days. This is actually reported by KOCO News Channel 5. It's an ABC affiliate. Woman spends the night in jail after refusing to leave daughter's side at the hospital. This woman is like 70 years old. I'll play this video, but look at this. A Florida woman has spent the night in jail after refusing to leave her daughter's side at the hospital. Why? Because that's what people who love their kin, their relatives do. They don't leave their side. It doesn't matter what the rules are. "I'm not leaving my daughter's side," this woman says, and then she gets arrested. "I stand by my actions 100%. I'm not sorry that I made them take me out of there in handcuffs," Lynn Savage told WJAX-TV. Savage refused to leave her daughter's side while she was recovering from brain surgery at the University of Florida Health North. She said her daughter is nonverbal and was partially paralyzed after suffering from stroke. "I could not in good conscience and good heart leave her bedside, not knowing how she was going to make it through the night voluntarily." The 70-year-old great-grandmother said she needed to be there to help her daughter remain calm and to interpret. Look at this.
"I stand by my actions 100%. I am not sorry that I made them take me out of there in handcuffs."
70-year-old Lynn Savage refusing to leave her daughter Amber while she was recovering from brain surgery at UF Health North.
"I could not, in good conscience, in good heart, leave her bedside, not knowing how she was going to make it through the night voluntarily."
Savage says she had been by her daughter's side at the hospital since 6:30 in the morning. Her daughter is nonverbal and partially paralyzed on the right side after suffering a stroke. Savage was there not only for support, but as her interpreter. She says the doctor asked her to come into her room in the ICU to try and help her daughter calm down.
As soon as I approached the bedside, she was fine.
Savage stayed until she says she was told she couldn't stay any longer.
The nurse said that visiting hours were over at 7 and I had to leave. I said, I'm not going to leave. I want to stay here with my daughter. Can you call the doctor? Because the doctor's the one who wanted me here with her. And she said no, that they couldn't do that COVID rules said that visiting hours were over at 7 and I would have to leave.
This right here is a perfect example of what we always talk about a moralist or a conformist. A conformist does what they're told regardless of what is right. It's clearly right that a mother does not want to leave the bedside of her ailing daughter. It's clearly right. But the conformist goes, well, this is rules. This is hospital protocol. They can't see beyond that. They're like, their rules and their protocol and their regulations and their policies and their procedures are God. We can't disobey our God. Yeah, we know that's right. We know there's really nothing wrong with it. We know you're not committing a crime. We're going to call the law enforcers anyway because we're conformists. We just do what we're told regardless of what is right. And we don't care who we have to trample to get this, to set the ship aright again. Instead of being moralists and going, you know what? I'm going to do what is right regardless of what I'm told, regardless of what the policies are, the regulations, the rules, the hospital procedures. Can you imagine calling a human being with a gun on another fellow human being who's just there to comfort their daughter in their time of need? And this could be the last time she even sees her daughter. It's just infuriating, man. It's infuriating.
As a former deputy sheriff in
all these rules and regulations and policies and procedures, and you got to do this or this is going to happen, has just made people's brains turn to mush. And even more than that, it's darkened people's hearts. Where's the humanity?
Stark County, Ohio, she knew what would come of her refusing to go. According to the JSO arrest report, security officers spent a couple of hours pleading for the suspect, Miss Lynn Savage.
Oh, JSO, that explains it. Why can't these officers, why would they have to plead with Miss Savage to leave instead of pleading with the hospital workers going, come on, we're not doing this. We're taking a stand. She's clearly not doing anything wrong. But because there's this belief in this invisible thing, you know, the thing. Everybody's all gone crazy, man.
To leave.
The sheriff's office came up. They were also very polite. They kept trying to get me to leave, and I said, I'm not leaving.
Savage says she spent roughly 24 hours in jail.
It was just terrifying. But I'd rather be there than know that I had walked away from my daughter.
Wow. Here we are. We're going to protect and serve you by putting the cuffs on a 70-year-old woman who just wants to sit by her daughter's side until she gets better or just see her through the night. We're going to take away 100% of your freedoms, and we're going to throw you into a rape cage. You know, this woman could have lost her life in a cage in that jail. It's a dangerous place to be. This is such crazy business, man. People are like, well, you can't make this stuff up. Yeah, you can make it up, but why would you have to? All the insanity is unfolding all around us at breakneck speed. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Global Thought Police.
Hey guys, we know with the way things have been going, it can get really interesting really quick. So make sure you and your family have a long-term storable food supply. Support the channel and get $50 off with my link in the description while you still can.